companies are always asking, well, what's your reach? What's your impressions? I honestly, and we're convinced, my team is convinced, I'm sure you're convinced because you've seen it as well as we have, but metrics in particular do not accurately reflect the amount of people that are seeing your posts. That they may say, oh, this many people viewed or saw, but people are scrolling, people are looking, people see. You may have friends of friends that are seeing. The algorithms are all playing all over the place. It's impossible to track them, even when you are talking to the right people or know what to be looking for or doing. Like, they're just random at times. So being consistent with the post, and like you said, I literally, this is no joke. I was speaking this last week. I referenced your LinkedIn, like I had people pull up your LinkedIn profile because you post things like so many people think that LinkedIn in particular is a business centric, like you can't post anything outside of business, which I totally disagree with. Again, we're like, yes, we're professionals. We're founders of companies. We're CEOs. We're executives in the space. But at the same time, we're human beings. So like, there's still things. So many people are like, oh, you have to post business all the time, or if it's not sales related or driving traffic or driving business on LinkedIn. I'm like, no way. And I literally, that's why I referenced you. And I had people pull up your profile. I'm like, look at the engagement that Joe gets. Look at the people that are commenting, that are being part of Joe's life. And it's not professional, if you will, but it's Joe. We are, in particular, we're professionals. That's just what it is. So this idea of like, what we post on these different social platforms, dude, number one, I think it's bad. It's like badass that you're doing dad jokes with your kids. So that's awesome. Like, that's so,
but it just works for me, right? It doesn't, that's not gonna work for everybody. It's not, that's not the strategy for you to do it. It's just the strategy is be you. And the strategy is be you all the time, everywhere. Be you on LinkedIn, be you on Instagram, be you on Facebook. And that should be the same across every single channel. And 100%. You can reflect, you can change your message slightly. Like, the message I have on LinkedIn about dad jokes is completely different than the message I have on Instagram, right?
Oh, for sure.
It's because my audiences are different on those. But the message, the overarching message is the same, but the way you deliver it is slightly different.
Yeah, no, I 100%. And that's just it. It is a little bit different. People always ask me, like, do you post the same stuff on Facebook that you do on LinkedIn, that you do on Instagram? And I tell people, when you're first starting out, sure, it's a great, but as you get better, as you improve, as you find your voice, as you find that brand, then no, like they are definitely a little bit different. Like you said, you're not going to post the exact same dad joke or in the same way that you would on LinkedIn, that you would on Instagram. So, but I always tell people that will come with time. Like, perfection kills progress. Just start. If all you have time for right now is being able to put the same content on the different platforms, then sure, do that. Because I always tell people, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go. Finish your thought. Sorry.
I always tell people, like, it's better to get something out there than nothing.
Yeah, 100%, dude. And this is what I love for people that are just starting out. Like, what you and I are talking about is, we both have an extreme passion for social media, and we have an extreme passion for being out there and doing this. That's our part of our personality. And so it works for us, but it doesn't work for everybody. Not everyone is like you and I. And you and I are very different. We have very different styles, and that's great. Everyone has, you're always finding people that like what you're doing, and people can like 10 different types of people. That's perfect, but just be yourself. But there are a lot of people who are not comfortable online. There are a lot of people who are not willing to put in the work to do a video or whatever. But that doesn't mean that you can't benefit from social media, and you can't benefit from posting, like you said, the same thing on every channel. You can do that as well. 100%. But here's the thing, is that should be automated for you, right? Your company should be helping you stay consistent and get that kind of baseline of posts out there so that you are consistent. And so that when you are consistent, the algorithms on the different platforms are going to recognize that, oh, Josh is a player on our platform, we should show his content more often. And then 100%. When you do post something that is personal, that is relevant, that is about your family, that is more of your personality, then you will be able to have a much greater view of what's happening. But so I think there is a lot of value in consistent posting of just regular posts, just to get your name, your face out there. Because again, it goes back to frequency. So it gets back to, like, I need to see people need to see the Shred Media name. They need to see Josh Pitts' name, Josh Pitts' face, even if it's not authentic content, right?